Welcome back to Tom and Dave's Live. Today we have Sekou Pyle. Sekou, how are you today?
I'm rocking and rolling, man. It is always a pleasure to kick it with you, Tom.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Sekou, if you could share, tell our viewers, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a humble guy from Harlem, man. I was born and raised in Harlem, and I really find great pleasure in using some of the lessons that I learned from there in doing real estate. I've been in real estate for probably now whew, about 25 years. It was a lot different when we started, man. It was, these books that we had, and we had to rummage through them on the MLS books and run around and try to find keys and pick up deals from the telephone. And I've really, really, really struggled along the way, man. Every little bit, every little lesson we got, every little piece of business that we developed was done, tooth and nail. I started in this little place in Hoboken, outside of New York and New Jersey. This little tiny office, and we were competing with our broker to try to get business, man. It was just like, and when I tell you that it was frenetic and it was hectic, but it was a wonderful time, and it was the worst time, right? It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times, right? And then 9/11 happened, man, and everything changed. Everything changed, man. The world was looking for a way to get away from New York, get away from Manhattan, get away from downtown. Everybody needed a place to be. They still needed to work, but it was just in chaos. And that little office that couldn't keep up with the supply and demand. So I moved over to this other independent company, this place called Liberty, and it taught me a lot of my fundamental lessons, man. We started implementing internet searches and being at the top of the search pile. We were really the best of the independents, the best of the small. And yeah, as much as I love that place, you know, the way that my mind works, I'm always expanding. I'm always growing. I want more. I want to do this. I had an agent buddy of mine there named Jamie Daniels that told me always be negotiating. That was his thing. Always be negotiating. And he was like he was like killing it, crushing it. And I'm like, what are you negotiating for? He was like a little bit more. And at that place, I was doing between 10 and 15 deals a month. It was like an outrageous amount of production. And I started to look at what could be a little bit more. And like most agents, I started thinking about my own agency and, you know, started my own brokerage and what have you. But I didn't. And, I kept going along. I invested a lot of money. I did a lot of my own personal investments and buying and selling and renting and all of that. And I got to the top of where I could be there. And then I went over to KW. And I don't know, man. There was a lot that was going on at that time in my life. I just had a kid, and it, it was weird, right? It was like I was getting more, but at the same time, I was feeling like I was having less, and it's just sort of a strange place. And so I started coaching and training the agents in the office, and I was one of the first launch coaches they ever had. And you don't want me creating organization. I'm a chaos tool. I'm a magnet for chaos and growth. And I left there, and I was just kind of independent for a while and raising my kids and living off of my investments and what have you. And you know times got a little hard, and the investment started to run slow, and I went back to real estate. I went back to Liberty for a hot second because I felt the best there, right? I felt like I had like that boutique environment. I had the attention of the broker. I had everything I needed in that little small space. But I was already bigger than that space could even imagine. And the discomfort that I felt only lasted a week. And I went and joined my buddy back at KW, and we were doing expansion teams, and they were talking the language of growth and development, and it was sounded like what I wanted. And I just got to the point where I was just kind of going through the motions. Tom, the thing about me, man, is that I'm successful wherever I go. I'm going to sell 18, 20, 24 deals, a month. I'm going to do it wherever I go.
100%.
Yeah,
And
it's the mindset, right?
absolutely. You're a top agent, broker, team leader, coach. And Sekou, you could have joined any real estate brokerage. Why did you join EXP Realty?
I have two different answers, man. I've got like the polite, self-control business growth answer, right? Where EXP answered a lot of questions I didn't even know I had, right? Like, I'll be honest with you, many people introduced it to me, and I gave it the same kind of nod that most people do. I am one of those people that says, man, I wish I had listened earlier, right? The first answer is that I've never been someplace where information and assistance and guidance and mentorship was as readily given as here. We were sitting down at a table with some of the top producers at EXP, and I was fully ready to fight the idea, right? And I'm listening to what they're saying about how they grew their business, and I'm writing stuff down in the corner, whispering information to my partners and stuff like that. And one of the top producers, I won't say his name, I don't want to embarrass him. He snatches the book from me, and I'm like, oh crap, man, I'm busted, right? I'm learning all the secrets. And he's correcting my mistakes. He's like, no, it's this. And he's giving me the information. And I'm like, dude, you're just going to give it to me? He was like, dude, if you do well, we all do well. I'm like, I've never been any place like that where it was just given, right? I've been in the rooms, and certainly they've had those conversations, but I've never been someplace where it was just like, dude, let's do this so we can grow, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the polite business answer. The other answer, man, is that I have never been in a place where they asked me about my opinions, about my growth, and what I needed. I'm a person that believes in diversity and equity and inclusion. I'm a person that believes that we all should have a spot at the table. And this is the first place where they were like, you want a spot at the table? Why don't you just have a table? Make your own table and things like that. And so I lean in on places that have us all in mind. And so those are the two biggest reasons. And then the last thing, and I swear, Tom, I'll shut up and stop talking, is that I like making money. And so I was at KW, and when I came over, I made a big mistake when I came over to EXP, man. I just thought it was going to be a better version of KW, right? Profit share, rev share. It's just going to be a better version. Man, I had no idea. We the way that we communicate with each other, the way that we assist each other, the way that we promote each other, it allows us to really grow revenue in a positive way, and one that I'm proud to talk about, right? And I'm proud to earn this money. I've never experienced that either, and I didn't even know it was possible. So those are the three reasons, although I said two.
Well, and I'm going to ask you one more.
Go ahead,
So,
brother.
what does that mean to you and to your family?
I'm gonna get emotional right now, right? And so I am somebody that has enjoyed the finer things in life. Tom, if you're around me for more than 5 minutes, I make the phrase "I'm black, rich, and spoiled," right? But my mom has been fighting cancer for 50 years, and I want to let you know that as an independent business, and I know you know this, right? Without insurance in the past, and without this and that and the other thing, you know, there were some things that were impossible. Well, you know, I've got a home health aide. I've got somebody that comes and takes care of her. I can afford, based on rev share, I can afford to live that life and my life and my kids' life. And so what it means for my family is there's time freedom, there's economic freedom, but most importantly, man, there's this freedom of safety and well-being, right? I don't worry about anything. There's not a bill in the world that can't be paid within 30 days, man.
Wow. That's awesome, Sekou. Man, that's what it's all about, brother. Thank you so much for sharing. Sekou, if anybody wants to reach out and get a hold of you, what's the best way?
Hey, man, I am a text away. You can always text me, email me with caution, put something recognizable in the subject line, right? You know, hey, I heard you on Tom Davies Live, you know, something, man. Send me a message that says that you want some more information, and I'm very, very happy to lean in. Hey, Tom, I got a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I am so envious. Are you really the father of a falcon?
Absolutely, man. That's right. Amazing player, amazing soccer. Just, I love my kids and love to have fun, man. So,
Hey, man, let's go, let's grow.
thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day.
Awesome.
All right,
Hey,
brother.
well, Sekou Pyle, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
We love you, man.
See you.